Bryan Kohberger in front of a judge again today, facing 4 counts of first-degree murder. The quadruple homicide case that has captivated the country for months broke open on December 23rd, according to a source close to the investigation, when forensic genealogy led investigators to a specific family, and that eventually led them to Bryan Kohberger himself. The probable cause affidavit says that same day, December 23rd, police issued a warrant for Kohberger's cell phone records. Days later, investigators also searched the trash at the Pennsylvania home and found a strong DNA connection. Police at Washington State University identified Kohberger as the owner of a white Hyundai Elantra on November 29th, according to police. But investigators wouldn't have incriminating cell phone records and DNA results until weeks later. The affidavit makes no mention of forensic genealogy, but at the time of the arrest, 2 law enforcement sources told NBC News it played a key role. Moscow police said they could not comment. A judge has issued a gag order for law enforcement involved in the case. Kohberger was pursuing his Ph.D. in criminology at Washington State University. An undergraduate student who had him as a teaching assistant spoke with Dateline as part of a 2-hour special report on the murders airing tomorrow night.
Even when he was standing in front of the class, it was like he was, in a box. He was very, uncomfortable, I guess. Like, it felt like he was perpetually uncomfortable.
On campus, the spring semester has begun.
I expected to feel a lot better.
The dean understands students are still rattled by the tragedy, hiring extra security and even handing out pocket-sized alarms.
Why do you feel like that's necessary, even though an arrest has been made?
We don't want students to be distracted from what their number one focus is, which is their educational experience, by worrying about their safety.
Also returning to campus, victim Ethan Chapin's 2 siblings, missing their 3rd triplet. Their mother thanking the community for their support in a Facebook post. She wrote that her son had been inclusive, carefree, happy, just the best person you could ever meet. He touched lives we had no idea existed.
This is a procedural hearing today. Kohberger will have to decide whether he wants a preliminary hearing, which is like a dry run of the trial, or just go straight to an arraignment, and you could expect further court dates to be set. Hoda and Savannah, back to you guys.
All right, Stephanie, thank you so much.
Let's bring in NBC senior legal correspondent Laura Jarrett. Laura, good morning to you.
Good morning. So we got a new piece of evidence that we learned about today, this genealogy, this forensic genealogy. It came to light late December. Does that change the dynamics of the case at all?
I think Stephanie's reporting really underscores just how critical the DNA evidence was for investigators here, because you think back to late November, they really didn't have much. They have a white Elantra at a high speed going away from the crime scene, and they have Kohberger registered on the campus, and he has a white Elantra. That's not enough to make an arrest. They really needed the DNA, the little piece that they got from that knife sheath next to the body. That was really critical. And combine that now with the phone records, that's when you see the arrest happen just days later. And it answers that question of why was there such a lag? That's what everyone wanted to know.
That's what broke open the case, it seems, for the investigators there. Let's talk about today. It's a status hearing to determine whether or not there will be what's called a preliminary hearing. Now, what are the pros? Because the defendant, the Kohberger, could say, I don't need a preliminary hearing. Let's just go forward with the case. What are the pros and cons of doing it?
So I think it's a real sign today, if he says that he wants one, of how aggressively he and his lawyers are going to defend against these charges, right? Because he could waive it. But if he says he wants one, as you heard Stephanie say, it's almost a mini trial. That's the best way to think about it. Prosecutors are going to put on evidence. You're going to see a police detective. You're going to hear about DNA. He could cross-examine witnesses if he wants to. He doesn't have to. Remember, the burden here is not on him to prove that he's innocent. It's on the state to prove that they have probable cause, that a crime has been committed, and that he is the one who committed that crime.
So if you were the defense attorney, what would be your strategy? What would you do?
Well, I mean, there's a couple pieces here that they could poke holes into. Number one being, they cannot pin him down definitively to the scene of the crime. They don't know whether his phone was off or something like that, but they can't pin him down. That's an area that I think a defense attorney could exploit.
All right, Laura, thank you. We shall see. A programming note, as mentioned, Dateline has a 2-hour special with the very latest on the case and new interviews with families of the victims. That's tomorrow night, 9, 8 Central.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.